Welcome back. Today is day 12 of Gummiapan's Christmas Calendar. I've been having so much fun. Yesterday was the baskets, and I really thought that was adorable. Let's see what we got today. I want to thank Color Me. Oh, look. Okay. Color Me Nordic. It's open already at the side there. Color Me Nordic for sponsoring my the Advent calendar and the Advent goodies. She has given me a set to give away to my subscribers. At the end of the month, I will be having a drawing, and I'll give more details on that. So it looks like today we have a wooden fence, or it could be, yeah, I'm going to say wooden fence. And let's see, this is about 2.5 inches wide by 3.25 high. Oh, this is cute. I bet these split that you can make more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boards. So you can break that down however you want to once you cut it. And let me open this. I can never find my knife when I'm looking for it. Oh my. Oh, okay. And you know, I have been trying to do, so it's a pennant. I have been trying to do my little goodies with each calendar. Let's see how big this is. My mind, it keeps going here. All right, so it is about maybe a little more than 1/4 inch, maybe like 3/8 by 1/2 inch tall. Oh, okay. Wooden fence, or maybe planks. Okay, give me a few minutes. I'll be back. I'll cut some things out and the show will roll here. Okay, so I decided to dig out the snowman from the last year's calendar. I took the bear with the fishing pole. I took his scarf and those variegated little hats I went and got. I took the rose. I needed a stick, so I used that. And I'm using this holly frame. I seen someone do something really cool with this, and I can't remember who it was, but I do want to give her credit because I was very impressed with what she did with this. So let's get started, and I'll bring these pieces. So I cut 4 of the pendants out, and I cut out 2 snowmen, and there's the other one, and then the board, and there's that other piece of that rose, but I needed just the stick of it. And I decided to put double-sided tape to hold in the buttons and the nose and the eyes for on here, but this one I didn't, because I'm gonna probably pop out the nose after I paint it. All right, so here's the 5 pieces, and what I did was, how did I cut that? Okay, was it this one? Okay, so it was this piece here. I cut it loose, cut this piece and this, and they're only like little slits in here, and I tried to cut it straight down the middle. So yeah, I did. I tried to cut it straight down the middle. So I have skis. My snowman's going to be skiing, and that's what I'm using my wooden planks for. So let's get started to add onto the book again, and I'll put these little pendants. And I decided I'm going to paint with my watercolors, because you know I love to paint. And that's the one that I have fastened. So I need this one to do a little coloring on, to painting on, I should say. And then this, and the hat, and this. I've been having a lot of fun with these, and I'm just adoring them. They are really fantastic. I might as well put this stick in here. I might paint that just brown. So I'm going to activate my watercolors. I always missed my watercolors. These are Diamond Press from the Ultra watercolor set. I got these from HSN. So first I'm going to color this, or paint this one. I might even paint it gray, because just something different. Oh, and I think I have a bunch of scraps, and I always save little to make shakers, and this is how I keep everything on these lids. This is Diamond Press too, and that way I have extra pieces to play with when I have, but I need it for what I'm going to do with the pendant. So I'm gonna make the skis like gray, and I'm just gonna start variegating it different colors, because I want it to look like old driftwood and give it a different look than just brown. Because I wanted my paper, well, I want it to be a little bit different than normally. I stick with my browns all the time and kind of getting sick of it too. And I don't ski, so I'm not even sure what skis look like, and that's why I did this in the wood. I thought they were so cute, these planks, and I wanted to make little wooden skis. I might put a little brown in every so often too. There we go. But I just love looking each day to see what everybody created. And it's so funny how we all do different things and share. I just love how it's so different with it. And everybody's ideas are so brilliant. And this is really fun. I love having fun like this. Okay, I think I'm going to leave my skis this color and that little wand. I'll show you what I'll be doing with that. Let that dry. And these are the ones I'm going to pop out. So I want to make my carrot nose orange, because I'll be popping him out. So if I get it on the white, that's fine. And I'm going to do the buttons in like coal buttons. And I'll let them dry. This is why I need it two. I'm going to let them dry. Then next, I'm going to do this ivy. And I'm going to start off with this light green. And I'm going to go every so often. And I'm going to skip through it. Whoops, I went dark there. And I'm just dipping my brush on it, the paint, and just popping a little bit of color every so often. The next color I'm going to go is a little bit greener. And what I'm planning on doing is I'm doing a tree. I just love that tree. I wish I could remember what her name was, but if she leaves a comment or anybody knows who she was on on Facebook, she had it posted. I know I comment that I really liked it. Okay, the next color I'm going to go is with a darker green. Touching every so often in here, because I just wanted to variegate. Like that, to give it a different look. And I'll be cutting this apart anyhow, so. Okay, so then what I want to do is, I know that I want to use one of the long branches to make my tree trunk. So I use this second one for the ski blades or skis. And I'm going to show you how. I just fold them, bend them back and forth a little bit, and take my scissors and snip it, because they're just connected by little pieces here. And I don't need much tree trunk, so I'm going to snip it about right here. And then I'm going to split it in half, because I want it not real thick. And now this one I'm going to do in brown, but I'm going to do it in this what is it, light bronze, and I have a little bit of green mixed in there, and then this is the bronze. Like that. Okay. Now the pennants I'm going to turn into a pinwheel that the snowman is holding, because he was going down the mountain holding his pinwheel as it was spinning and wrecked at the bottom. And that's what, when I saw this, I was like, what is, when I started cutting one out, I started envisioning it as a pinwheel. So I'm going to clean these bits out of here. And what we're going to do, I'm going to flip this one over. And this one. And I want to paint it let's do it hot pink. Like that. But I'm going to leave the white part of it. Okay. And I'm going to do the hat in a shimmery violet. Maybe a little bit of purple in here too. And I would like to do Let's do the scarf in the shimmery periwinkle. And I'm gonna just go down every so often. Okay. This is gonna come together pretty quick. Now I'm gonna do the snowman's arms in burnt umber. That come out a little darker than I wanted it to, but we'll just let it like that. And the next thing I want to do is I just want to shadow it in like a real pale light blue shimmer, because I want to keep them white and just go around. I know this is going to get covered anyhow, but like this, just to give them a little shimmery up. So he pops a little. All right. And I think that's the end of the painting that I want to do. So let me clean up and I'll get back again. Okay, so this is 5.5 by 4.25. I just want to add a little color onto my background. So I'm going to use Diamond Press. This is blue. It doesn't even have, this is the number I have. This came with one of the kits. And I got these from Recollection from Michael's. And they're real fine bristles. And I just want to go and just add my color real faint of snow going through here. And it really blends in easy. And don't put like a mark. Like, you know, some of the brushes, sometimes if you get too much ink on them, they will, I don't know, leave big blobs of ink on. And that's why I really like these. And I wash them off with rubbing alcohol sometimes, because I was using this on brown, and so, but it's been dried for a while, so I don't think it will bleed on here. And once I get my snow showing, maybe we'll get this like, get it up in here. I just want to get a little bit darker up in here. I want to use a lighter blue so it will pop against the white cardstock. I'm trying to get it loaded up pretty good here. I think I got what I want here to create a sky. So this I cut at 5.5, and I think this is about, yeah, 1.5 inches. And let me clean my finger off here. I see I got paint on it. So the way I create snow, I want to make sure that it stays flat at the bottom. But I'm going to tear it towards me, and I'm just going to tear it up and down, and the rough side. So I was tearing it towards me, and then it gives it a rough look of snow. And I'm going to glue just in here because I want to tuck pieces and make it look like it's a little bit in the snow. So I'm just going along the edges here and leaving the top a little loosey-goosey here, I should say. And we'll line up the corner with this corner. And there we go. So the next one I want to do is I want to make sure that I can put the tree in here. I guess I can put it, or should I tuck it? Maybe I might tuck it a little in here. Okay, so what she had done, I seen, was first one that she cut. And I'm guessing at this, but this is the way I was thinking of doing it. Okay, so I snipped this piece off first, and I want this the bottom of the tree. And then I want to graduate to different sizes. So I'm going to snip this piece off here in this corner and take it up to the next layer. I thought this was adorable. And then I'm going to take this one and snip it about right here, because you kind of want to graduate it from large to keep going up smaller. And then I'm going to take this piece, and I might just snip this one here and take that one like that. And then okay, let's take this one here like this. And we're going to take this piece off here. And like that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I need a point. So we'll just take this little leaf. I know I'm doing 6, but I like odd numbers, but we're going to go like this. Okay. So I'm gonna go with that. The question is, am I gonna go with it here, or should I move it over in here a little bit? I think I'm gonna move it just a little hair over. Okay, so I'm gonna glue the trunk down first. Popping this under here, like this. Keep on wiping my fingers here. And then I'm going to glue this one, putting this here. Right here, like that. And then go up another layer. I have to keep gluing my thumb here, because I want to be able to have it glue a little bit like there. And take this one and go right here. And then this one. Now you can see why I love Gummiapan dies. You can take the shapes and just keep working with them, and they just turn out so cute and make a whole, like, the frame, turning this into a Christmas tree. Right there. that. Okay. All right. So what I have here is, I'm going to just set this off to the side, and I'm going to bring my snowman over. And now I'm going to punch out these here first. Here's the other eyeball. And that one there. Okay, so I'm gonna first start off with dotting this one here and putting it on top. I want them to protrude out a little bit. This is the second guy. I had to add a little more glue again. And then the third button, or coal. I'm going to take the little nose, put that there, and then one of the eyeballs. Them I'm going to try to dot, but I dotted a lot. Aye, aye, aye. We'll share that. There we go. I hope my head's not in the way. There we go. Take his little hat. I want it straight up because I want it to look like he fell on the snow. So I'm going to take and glue this a little bit. Pop this up like that. Bring that down a little bit. Okay. Now, take this scarf. I guess I wouldn't have had to highlight that. But I'm going to take this like this. Glue this just in a little bit in the center. Okay. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to clean that off a little bit. And I want him to look like he fell in the snow by the tree. So I want to pop the ski part of it in. So I have to kind of judge before, because I'm going to glue these on first to the, let me bring this down, bring it up, down, about there. Do I want it there or not? I'll show you once I get it glued to, I'm just going to glue tap in here and here. And I want them pointing outwards. Is this where I wanted it? Yeah. So I'm going to glue here because I know where this is. Like this. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck this. This is why I didn't want to glue the inside here. That I have like a little pocket. And I'm going to tuck this in. And see, I think I'm going to have to trim that because it doesn't go far enough. Which is okay, because we're going to trim that off. Because we would definitely want to make sure that this goes down far enough in the pocket. Let's see what I did again. There we go. That looks like his his butt is sitting in the snow. So I'm just going to leave that like that. Now, this was part of the flower stem. I needed a wand to build my pinwheel. So I'm going to take this and just tap a little glue on there. And this was left over from like a snowflake or something. Like I told you, I save my pieces for shaker cards and that, and I kind of needed something to connect those little pennant flags. So what I decided, wherever these points are, that's where I'm gonna, well, we're gonna go like this. That's where I'm gonna take and lay this. Can you see where I put this here? And once it gets put together, you'll see how it starts looking like a pinwheel. And put this one here. Oops. My fingers are a little... I need more tweezers. That's what I need. I'm going to flip it this way. And put this one straight in here. You ever see that commercial with the pig going, wee? That's what made me think of this, with the snowman doing it. I don't know even, I think it was like a car insurance thing or something. I'm not sure. But it made me laugh. I'm going to slide this over. Maybe it's working with me. And does that not look like a pinwheel? And then I want to tuck this in between his fingers. If I can, of the branch. I might have to tuck him over a little closer to the tree. And he's lucky he missed the tree, or he'd be in the hospital. Let me see once. Let me bring this here. Before I glue that snowman down, I gotta rearrange him a little bit. I don't know if I like him there or if I want him over in here more. I just got to remember that I need the pinwheel. I might have to glue the pinwheel down first. Although, no. Okay, well, let's do it this way. I'm definitely putting it there. So I'm going to keep my part of my, goodness, I can't even think what I want to say. Tweezers? Darn old age is killing me here. And bring this in here like this. And I'm going to touch the hat up a little bit because I think I missed some. Bring them like that. I didn't glue his arms yet on this side. I'm going to take my tweezers and clean up a little bit of glue. And I'm going to glue my hand again, because I'm going to take the pinwheel and I'm just going to start dabbing. We'll take it down like this. And push that down a little bit. There we go. Okay. Let's throw this away. And that is that part. Now, I put powder to the people, and I figured I was going to glue it on to, or I might use double-sided tape to get it, because glue is hard to stick onto this glitter paper. So I'm just going to stick this in the center. And this is about 1/4 inch double-sided tape. And what I'm going to do is put the glitter paper as the base of it. And I'm just going to take this right here that has a little margin with a little bit of bling. See that? And then I'm going to trim it. And I'm going to trim it here. Like that. Now, can't make up my mind. Do I want to keep it here like this, or do I want to take it up in here and over? Let me get my white gel pen. I got to add a little highlight in his eye, on this eye, a little bit on the coal, a little bit on his hands. Maybe a little bit in here too. I like to look like a little bit of snow on here and around here. That the wind was blowing it. And maybe a little bit in here too, just to add some whiteness in it for a little bit of shine. Actually, I could just use a shimmer pen. You know what? That's what I think I'm going to do. Let me finish putting this on, and I'll grab a little bit of a shimmer on there. Since this is Wink Stella brush. And it has a little bit of glitter in it. I usually do my flowers, but I want to do the tree a little bit. We'll make it glisten a little bit. That. Okay. Eraser. I need to erase this a little bit. There we go. Now, the next question is, do I want to put it up here? Down here? No, no. I think it just needs to be right in here. Powder to the people. So I am really enjoying it. I can't get enough of saying Gummiapan with these. They're so good to work with and fun. And like I said, this was from last year. I got a whole new look, and I do want to thank and give credit for the tree idea, because I just thought that was really cool looking. And I want to thank that lady. I can't remember her name, and I'm so sorry. If you leave a comment in my, and I will give you credit, because this was your idea for that tree. So let's get the book out, and we will glue it into the book for day 12. And I am excited that this one is finished. And let's see. Okay, so wait, I gotta see what the other one was. Up and down. Okay, we'll put this one down. And we'll glue it down to the bottom. Wait a minute, I want that one there. And line it up. That's a 1/4 inch up from the bottom and over. And then we have day 12. I'll stick that on and see what you can do with a plank and also a pendant. And make yourself a little pinwheel. Thank you for watching, and I also want to thank Color Me Nordic for sponsoring this. Gummiapan for making wonderful little dies. They bring joy to, I think, to everybody, and are having a good time with this. Let's see what's in store for tomorrow, and happy crafting for day 12. Bye-bye.